Hi Tessie, this is Muskan from EXL.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello, hi. Do we have Tessie? Deepika, hi.
Hi Muskan, Tessie
Hello,
here.
sir. Very
Good
good.
afternoon, ma'am.
Hello, hi. So good to see you again, Tessie. So we
Thank you,
have
Muskan.
our guest speaker of the day, Mr. Vincent Gomez here. Hi, Vincent.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, Vincent.
Yes.
Yes, if you could
Yeah.
maybe switch on your video, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm just doing that. Give me a second. I'm just trying to connect my headset first.
Not a problem, not a problem. So, Tessie, I'd like to just introduce Vincent to you and the entire team of EduBridge. So, Vincent is an assistant vice president operations from Jaipur, and he's very excited to be here today. And he'll talk about basic Excel skills, and of course, anything that you would or the students would like to discuss. He is very much open to discuss any subject. With the years of experience Vincent has in operations, it would be really wonderful to utilize this opportunity today.
That's great. That's great. So we also have students joining in
Hello,
from the state
can
of
you hear me now?
Maharashtra and
Yeah,
yes, Vincent.
yeah, hi Vincent. Yes, we can see.
So we have students from the state of Maharashtra and Karnataka joining in, and they have all enrolled for the banking course, business correspondent and business facilitator course that we run in EduCoach. So these students, as discussed before, we have briefed them, and we would prefer English and Hindi as a medium of conversation here.
So, okay.
So. Yeah, so welcome Muskan, welcome Vincent to the session again. Thank you and over to you.
Yeah. Over to
Welcome.
you. Thank you, Tessie.
Hello.
Yes, Vincent, we can hear you. We have nearly
Okay.
35 participants, and another 30-40 students are still joining us from
Sure.
Maharashtra and Karnataka. They're just dialing in.
Sure. Sounds good. Uh, to introduce myself, or do you want me to wait for the others to join before I share my introduction?
Maybe we could wait for a couple of minutes. Maybe Tessie, you could ask a couple of participants to introduce themselves, share their expectations or anything, just to open the conversation.
Sure, we can do that. So first of all, I request all of you all to please switch on your videos. I can see blank screens over here. I request all of you all to please switch on your videos. And I want any two of you all to introduce yourself and tell me what exactly are you expecting from the session. आप अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिए और आप बताइए कि आपको ये सेशन में सीखना क्या है. आपको ट्रेनर ने बताया भी होगा कि ये सेशन किस बारे में है, तो आप अपना एक्सपेक्टेशन यहाँ पर शेयर कर सकते हैं. सो एनी टू, आप वॉलंटरी नाम ले सकते हैं और यू वांट मी टू कॉल आउट नेम्स हियर. एनी टू स्टूडेंट्स. Please switch on your videos, students.
Okay. Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
I'm Akshay.
Hi, Akshay.
Ma'am, I'm Akshay Badi, and I have done BBA in the year of 2017 from Rani Chennamma University, Belgaum. I'm from Karnataka.
Okay.
From this session, I'm eager to learn about advanced Excel and how it works, and about formulas and all those things.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So I hope you would be able to learn a lot more about Excel from this session. Thank you so much, Akshay, for volunteering here.
Thank
We
you.
have three participants who have raised their hands. So Akshay is already done. Can we move to Nadeem? Do we have Nadeem here? Nadeem has raised the hand. Okay. Srinivasa. Do we have Srinivasa here? Okay, then let's go to Sunita. Sunita has raised the hand.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, Sunita. Tell me.
Myself, Sunita.
Hello.
I completed my BCom in 2018, and I'm
Okay.
currently pursuing the CS in a final level.
Oh, nice.
And I'm currently working in on Zionils Golf Private Limited as an accountant. So, in this session, I want to learn about the shortcut keys in the Excel, ma'am. More shortcut keys.
Okay, great. So, thank you so much, Sunita and Akshay, for volunteering the introduction and sharing your expectations. It's a sincere request to all of you all to please switch on your video. I can see only few people who have kept their video on. Thank you. Okay, so over to you, Vincent, for the session.
Okay, can everyone hear me? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. So just to start, first thing, while I'm trying to log in from my laptop, I had some problem to log in with my laptop, but I just logged into the phone. And while I talk to you on the introduction piece on the phone, I will try and log into my laptop to try and make the session on Excel interactive. So while I do that, just to be more specific, I believe this is a very diverse group of people with different backgrounds at this point, right? Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So since it's a diverse group with a lot of expectations which will vary, even if someone says, I want to learn Excel shortcuts, it could be as simple as Control S to save the file. It could be as complex as writing a VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and nested inif, which could have 13 combinations in it. And you don't know where you sometimes start and where you sometimes end. So while we try and address some of those complications of how we can address that in this diverse group of what your questions are of Excel, while I had both the participants talk about specifically saying that I want to learn formulas in Excel, I want to learn shortcuts in Excel, we will try and address that to some extent because 1 hour is not sufficient to really explain more than 5 or 6 formulas. But I will tell you one of the tricks of learning any formula you want in Excel. Right. So in today's world, it's not difficult to pick up any formula, even if you've never opened Excel all your life. So while I go to that, and while we go to the specifics of how we can get into Excel, and while we are waiting for some more participants to join, I would want to quickly ask you a few questions once again. So why did we join this call? Why did we join this journey of trying to become better professionals? See, there is no right and no wrong answer. And there is no interview that you're sitting at that in case you give the wrong answer, you don't get selected. Because you are selected, you are all on this call. Right? Including myself. So the reason I'm asking is a lot of things are better understood and learned through interaction. Because otherwise you can just play a YouTube video and switch it on and fall off to sleep with the phone next to your pillow. And the conversation that I would continue to talk for the next 35 minutes would be something like that. So, anyone has any thoughts of what I asked you first? Yes, no? By the way, I know you don't know me. I'll introduce myself, and I'm waiting for the other candidates to join. But be a rest assured, even after I introduce myself, you won't feel scared that I'll try and fist someone or bite someone, so that if you ask me the wrong question, there is something coming your way, or give the wrong answer. Okay. So let me re-paraphrase that question. So I understand this session is all about Excel, right? Or is there any other expectations from this session? Hello?
Yes, Vincent. It's all about basic and advanced Excel.
Okay, okay. So while we're doing that, while I'm trying to log in and while I'll try and address that to some extent, again, I would go back to the question saying that why did we join this session? Why do we want to join this session? Or why do you want to learn Excel? How is that going to really help you?
The students can answer in the chat box, or you all can unmute and speak one by one.
If you speak, it will be good. I'm trying to follow the chat box, but the whole point is I want you to talk first.
Yes, so one by one, you all can unmute and you all can give the answers.
Sir, for managing the large data of a company, and most of the companies prefer only Excel and advanced Excel, sir.
Okay. So how do you distinguish what is Excel and what is advanced Excel?
I think in Excel.
Where do you start advanced Excel from, and where do you stop Excel from?
Sir, I don't know much about that.
No,
And
just a thought. Just a thought.
Yes.
I'm not asking you to answer that. So where is the boundary between advanced Excel and Excel? Do you have any?
Sir, I have idea that the basic Excel will starts from adding multiplication, addition. From that, it will
Yeah.
and to lookup, VLOOKUP, and all those things.
Okay. So you know VLOOKUP and you know the addition formulas, right? Is my
Sir,
understanding.
Yes, sir. Just I heard about that and also trying to learn, but I'm not perfect in that.
Okay. Neither am I after 21 years, so I'm still learning. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
So yeah. So the whole point is, everyone learns. There is no full stop to the whole journey of, where advanced Excel takes you. Good.
Yeah.
That's one perception. Anyone else wants to try and tell me why do you want to learn advanced Excel? Guys, the faster you answer, the more time I will get. Otherwise, okay. So if you don't want to answer, I can talk. And if I start talking, you'll not get an opportunity to talk. So I'm just giving you an opportunity now.
So Vincent, Anil has message in the chat box. When we are doing our job, data calculation, to calculate data easily or fastly is
Okay.
mentioned in the chat box.
Okay. So to make your work easy, in other words. Okay. Yeah. So I've already more or less logged in. I'm hoping it will. Reduce time when we do our jobs easily. Okay. Okay. So while I'm trying to log in, do you have a meeting ID for this for me to log in from the laptop? Because otherwise it will not allow me to log into the laptop. Do you have an ID for this? Because the link will not help me open it on the laptop.
Yes, I will just share it with you.
And that's because it's the company laptop that I'm using, and there is restrictions on the company laptop on the link. So if you give me the meeting ID, it's better.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so I'll explain this perspective of what you all have asked me on this call. Am I going to fast in the conversation or should I speak slower? Is everyone being able to understand what I'm saying? Yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, so I got one yes, so I will assume everyone else is saying yes. So before you learn Excel or before you learn any tool, right? So you could be interested in learning, saying, I want to learn a programming language as Python and become an AI expert. I want to learn Java, I want to learn C++, whichever language you want to learn. Before you learn the language, there is something else you need to do and assess before you get into learning a language, including Excel. You have to be very clear as to what you want to do with that set of data. If you're not clear with what you want to do with the set of data and what is the set of data you have, you will not be able to apply any formula or any logic to transform it. Does it make sense? Yes or no, guys? Hello?
Vincent, I have shared the link and the passcode in the chat box. So,
Okay. I can't see that. You okay? Muskan, are you there on your communicator on the company laptop by any chance?
Yes, I am on Skype.
Can you just ping that to me?
Yeah, right away. Just a moment.
Okay. So the point I was making while I'm getting that link to log in, for example, you have a set of data which talks about a class of students, the serial number, the roll number, the name of the student, the class they are in, and the subject that they have taken to pass a particular course, for example, BCom, and the year they joined and the year they plan to complete their BCom degree. Right? Hello? Can people hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once you have that data, and then I ask you on this call that please tell me how many students have joined in the year 2020. What will you do there? Should I repeat the concept to you once again?
Yes, sir. Repeat once.
Okay, so I'm saying it slowly now, okay? You know, I just guessed I might have said it a little faster, so I'm just saying it a little slowly now. You have a set of data which is serial number, roll number, name of student, the course they are taking, for example, BCom, the subjects they have taken, and the year of joining. And I ask someone, please tell me, and think you have data for 500 students. And I ask you logically that please tell me how many students have joined in the year 2020 and have taken the subject economics and business maths. How will you get that information from that Excel sheet? I could have shown it to you. I'm just trying to log into my laptop, but till I do that, just try to imagine this Excel sheet and tell me how would you do it? Hello?
So I would appreciate if you all can unmute yourself and speak because all of them are putting in this chat box.
So let me
And,
just check the chat box. Let me just check the chat box.
if it is possible for all of you all to unmute and speak, so please do that.
Okay.
By filter, sir.
Where will you
using
apply the
filter.
filter? So how will you apply the filter?
Alt
Alt
F.
DFF.
Alt F.
Okay, so you'll do all DFF. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's one shortcut that you've already learned on this session. So finding a shortcut in Excel, all you have to do is go to the menu bar, find out where and what option you're looking at, and then the shortcut is given, right? So that's one of the ways of learning shortcuts. So all DFF is correct. And when you do an all DFF, you will filter the field. So which row of the Excel file you will filter? You will filter a row or a column.
Row, sir.
So which row will you filter?
The economics and business max.
So how will you filter economics and business math?
On the basis of the joining date, admission date.
No, so you apply the filter on the heading of the Excel file, right? The first
Yes,
row
sir.
of the Excel file.
Yes.
That's the way of explaining it possibly to someone who doesn't know where to apply it. So basically you select the whole Excel sheet. Muskan, have you pinged it to me in Communicator?
Yes, I have sent it to you on Skype. Are you on Skype? Yeah, I have.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it has gone to you.
Okay, let me just check. I could not see it. Just a minute.
Okay.
So in this particular thing, what you would do is you would apply the filter on the first row of the Excel sheet, assuming that the data or the heading is on the first row, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you would do all DFF as you rightly said. And after you do an all DFF, what will you do? You will apply the filter. Then in which field will you filter it? Hello?
Subject.
Subject field, right?
Yes.
And then you will select it with commerce,
Or
and
economics.
then you will, or economics, and then you will count it, right?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone disagree to that? Hello? Does anyone disagree to that, guys, on the call? Yes, no? No, right? So everyone agrees. So you will do that, and then what will you do in that field? You will select economics, or you will select commerce, and you will know how many students take that subject by ways of counting it, right? Yes, no? Hello? Am I audible, or is my voice not
Vincent, you're audible. The thing is, all the students are replying in the chat box.
okay?
So,
Okay, perfect.
so students, I request instead of replying in the chat box, if you can unmute yourself and speak, that would be much more faster.
Yeah. Because it's difficult for me to follow the chat box in the sense while I'm talking and keeping my camera on, or I will move my camera off. Wait, I will look at the chat box then. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so I will look at the chat. So that's correct. Now, if I ask you an alternative to do this, how will you do it in a different way? Think you don't need to use the filter. Think you do not use all DFF. What is the other way of doing it?
Find option.
What?
Salt.
Use the find option.
Sort. Yes, that can be a way. What is another alternative way of doing it? Okay. So while I keep you guessing, I'll tell you there is a formula known as COUNTIF. Are you aware of that formula?
No, sir.
Okay. Does anyone on the call know the formula COUNTIF and wants to explore explaining that formula?
No, sir.
Okay. So the formula is very simple. It says, tell me anyone, how do you write any one formula? Any formula, you know, how would you write it in Excel? What is the way of writing a formula? I'll explain it. I'll explain it. And sorry, I'm not being able to display my screen because I'm not being able to log in from my laptop. So I'm just trying to do, while I'm talking to you on the phone, I'm trying to log into my laptop. For some reason, it's not logging in. It's just being a bit stubborn. But while I do that, just tell me how you write a formula in Excel. Whatever you know, whatever formula. Addition, subtraction, how will you write? Who's the brave one? Or if you want to write in the chat box also, it's fine. Okay, so someone says equal to, and then you write the formula by opening a bracket and closing a bracket. That's right. Okay, so the COUNTIF formula is also what I'll type in the chat box now. You'll put an equal to. The formula reads as COUNTIF. You open a bracket. You put range and you put criteria. And you, so see what I've written on the chat box. Have you seen what I've written on the chat box?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you've seen the word, what I've written is equal to COUNTIF, open, range, comma, criteria. Now, can someone explain to me what does range mean there? Okay. Anyone can explain to me what criteria means there? Okay, I'll explain that.
Which
Range
should be counted?
Which range should be counted? Absolutely. So for example, as you would apply a filter on the subject from possibly column D, row 1 to row 50 or 500, as I said, 500 names. Similarly, you will mention here column D1 to D500, right? You'll put a comma and then in the criteria within inverted commas, you'll write the word BCom. So what it will do is, it will give you the number of BComs it finds in that range. Could you understand this to some extent? Yes, no? Hello? You could understand some bit of it, right? Yes,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Sir. Yes,
So, so I think now we have more or less everyone on the call, right, who could or wanted to join.
Yes, we almost have 45 participants here, so you
Okay.
can go ahead.
Okay. So obviously, we took a detour of trying to get into one Excel formula because you all told me Excel formula, so I tried to explain one. Again, I apologize. I'm doing it on the chat window because I don't have a way of trying to do it on an Excel sheet at this point. For some reason, the link doesn't work for me, unfortunately. But now the point is, I'll go back to the basic stuff of, I'll introduce myself first. And the reason I'm doing that is you will understand why with Excel.
Yes, sir.
So I have about 22, 23 years of experience in the BPO world, out of which I have worked about 10, 11 years in EXL itself in 2 stints. So I worked with EXL from 2004 to 2011. And again, I rejoined EXL in 2019. Right. So together I've worked about 11 years, 12 years with EXL. And I have been hardcore in operations with multiple clients, multiple processes, and I've worked from multiple locations. In fact, I've worked from every location in India till now. My last location was Bangalore, and it was very interesting to see so many of you from Bangalore. So I feel like asking you one-on-one which part of Bangalore you are in and test my memory of what I remember in that area. But I've had the privilege of working in multiple cities, multiple people, multiple cultures, and I think overall, wherever you go, this is a very common question that people ask. I want to know more of Excel, and it will help me become successful in my job, which is very correct. But I'll try and explain the philosophy of that. So today I can write macros in Excel. I can formulas more or less. I may not know all of them, but if you give me a particular thing you want to do in Excel, I will create a formula which either exists in Excel or use a combination of formulas and create the output. And fortunately enough, like you are a part of this session where someone is trying to talk to you through formulas, no one ever explained to me how a formula works. In fact, when I was in school and college, I only touched the computer to study a spreadsheet from Lotus 1, 2, and 3. So there was a database or a spreadsheet before Excel became popular, which was known as Lotus 1, 2, 3. Anyone heard of that?
No, sir.
Good. If you didn't hear of that, I know you are 100% millennium and you have not used that software.
Yes, sir.
But if you have heard that, it is good. It makes me feel nice that I'm not very old. But the point is that, you know, even Lotus had similar formulas, but it was not as convenient as Excel. So I learned Lotus, but when all of us transitioned to Excel, I never attended a class. It's all that I was very clear of what I wanted from the database. And based on what I knew, what I wanted, solutions are there. Like I gave you a simple example. If you want to know how many people are doing a BCom or a MCom or an economic, as some of you said, all DFS, filter, use the filter and get the count. I give you another option of saying you can use COUNTIF, right?
Yes, sir.
You can also use VLOOKUP, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'll try and explain the syntax of VLOOKUP. That's a bit complicated to do it without an Excel sheet open, but I'll try and explain that.
Yes, sir.
But the point I'm trying to make here is that before you even learn Excel to the detailing that you want, and today you don't require a teacher to teach you Excel, being very honest, right?
Okay, sir.
All you have to do is Google the requirement on Google, and you'll have multiple tutorials and solutions available either on Google or YouTube, right? And you can apply that, what you see on Google or YouTube, and just apply it on your Excel sheet and experiment with it, and you will learn it.
Yes, sir.
Right? So even if you do 100 hours of Excel learning with me or anyone, I can teach you maybe 200 formulas, but there'll be another 400 formulas that you can continue to learn by just seeing what your requirement is, putting it on Google and finding the answer. And that's how I've learned it in my 22 years today. Right? So while we explore some more formulas of how we learn, the point I was making, and I think you know my name is Vincent as I was introduced, so I'm not sharing that once again. So is there any other particular formula that someone wants to know about, or a particular situation that one wants to use in an Excel sheet that you've come across in your workplace or whatever you do, and you don't know how to solve it first? Hello? Okay.
I think Vincent has lost his internet connection. Yeah.
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, yes.
So
Actually,
I'm
you
just saying why.
got started.
Okay. Okay. So why some of us are hesitating to speak? I think you should speak. So when I asked, does anyone want to know how to write a VLOOKUP? Someone said yes, sir, but by typing it there. But No one has said a yes verbally on the call. Okay. So I'll tell you. So what do you understand? Why would you want to use a VLOOKUP? So give me one piece of information for which you will want a VLOOKUP. Whoever said yes, can you tell me? Can you unmute and speak? What is your requirement, please? Hello? Hey guys, I want you to speak. Guys and girls, speak.
Sir, we look up a copy, extract, matching order-wise numbers or names, etc. from one page to another page. That formula is called VLOOKUP, sir.
Yeah, got it. But why do you really need a VLOOKUP? Do you have an idea why would you need a VLOOKUP? Why can't you use Control F? If you do Control F, type what you want, you'll find the information. Why will you want VLOOKUP? What is different between VLOOKUP?
For large amounts, sir, number of what should I say?
Say you're saying it right. What you're saying is right. Please say it.
So the large amount of calculations we can do with VLOOKUP, sir, from one page to another page. That we can't do in Control F, sir.
Okay. So a large amount of information if you're looking in two sets of data, right? That's what you're saying,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
You would prefer to use?
Yes, I
VLOOKUP?
work in. Yeah, I worked in my workplace, sir.
Okay. And therefore you would want to use VLOOKUP instead of using Control F.
Yes.
So is that the understanding with everyone? Why you would want to use VLOOKUP, guys? Okay, that's right. So I'll not ask you any further question to try and delay this. I'll tell you what VLOOKUP is. Just give me a second. I'm just last minute trying to log in. If it allows me to log in, then I will log in and show it to you. If not, then I'll just try this the last moment. If not, I'll try and explain that to you. And I hope I'll be able to do that. I think it will connect. So can you hear me on the laptop now, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can people hear me? Can someone confirm if you are being able to hear me on the laptop?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me on the laptop, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, Vincent, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Hello.
But I'm not being able to hear anyone. That's where the challenge is. I don't know why.
You will have to join the computer audio.
Give me a second. I can't hear you. Give me a second. Sorry about this technical thing. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't
Yes,
know why
sir.
I can't hear anyone. In any case, I would assume that you can hear me and I will talk. I can't hear anyone on the laptop, but I'm assuming if you can't hear me, then please tell me you can't hear me, okay?
Okay,
Yes.
Unfortunate that I can't hear you very clearly. Maybe something. So I'm sharing my screen in a minute. So I have shared my screen now.
Vincent, we are not able to see the screen.
Yeah, because I'm being told my host has disabled my screen sharing.
Check again, you've been given the access.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Perfect.
Ah.
So since I delayed the meeting by a couple of minutes, I'm willing to stretch if everyone is okay with it. Okay. So I'm just quickly putting this as the heading here. Okay. So I'm putting as serial number, name, subject, year, right? Location, country, and I'm creating this as one Excel sheet. I'm creating another Excel sheet with the same heading, which is this. Okay. Now you will have a set of data here. I'm not entering the data. I'm just trying to show you the logic of the formula in the interest of time. So this is sheet 1. This is sheet 2. Fair, guys?
Yes.
Now I'm teaching you this formula in
Yes, sir.
way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach you this formula in an easy way, as if to say, if you had to learn this formula or any other formula and you did not have a help, how would you learn the formula? Right? So
Yes,
assume
sir.
you looked up a formula and you wanted to learn the formula, no clue how to do it, and you had to just learn it. First, you can go to a Google page, type what you want to do, and Google will tell you what the formula is. 9 out of 10 times, Google will tell you the right formula. If you don't know how to write the formula, so the easiest way of writing the formula is like this: equal to VLOOKUP, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
In bracket,
Sir, repeat
write the
once again.
range R1, R36, whatever it is. I'm just giving an example. And tell it to look up which column. But I'll tell you the easier way of writing it. You click on your formula bar. Are you with me here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You look up with a, you click on your formula bar. You type here VLOOKUP. Is that clear?
Yes.
Can you see VLOOKUP here now?
Yes, sir.
So you found the formula, or we found the formula. You click on the formula. It will give you this dialog box. How many of you know how to write the formula like this? How many of you know how to write the formula like this? Yes, no?
No,
I
sir.
don't know, sir.
Okay. So I'll go again. I'm gone out of this formula. See, these are my two sheets, okay, of Excel. You want to VLOOKUP something from here. I'm just changing the color for convenience. This is sheet 1. This is sheet 2. So now if you are on the yellow one, it's one sheet, yellow is two sheet. It can be two tabs in the same sheet. It can be two separate Excel sheets, whichever way it will work. Now, I don't know how to write the formula, but Google told me that VLOOKUP is the formula that can solve this problem. I'll go to the formula bar here, search for VLOOKUP by typing VLOOKUP here. It's already showing that there because I already searched for it. It will show me VLOOKUP, select VLOOKUP, it will open this dialog box. Are you there with me till this point? Yes, no?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Understood that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now there are 4 parameters which is important in VLOOKUP. What are the 4 parameters? Lookup value, table array, index number, and range. There are 4 things that is important to a VLOOKUP formula. Until you put these 4 things, the formula doesn't work. Okay? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Understood?
sir.
Right? Now I'll tell you what to put where. It says lookup value. Here the question is, what is the key field you are trying to compare. For example, in both these sheets, you are trying to check, is there a person by the name of AB? For example, here I'm typing ABC. I'll go back again, don't worry. Look up value, look up what? What is the key field I am trying to VLOOKUP with, right? For example, if I'm saying I have to go and visit a cinema hall to watch a movie. I know the name of the cinema hall, but I don't know the movie. My criteria is I want to go to that cinema hall irrespective of what movie I want to watch. So the key field there is not finding the movie or the cinema, it's finding the hall. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The other option can be that I don't care which cinema hall I'm going to, I want to watch a particular movie. Okay? In both the scenarios, the want is different. Do you agree with me or don't agree with me? I am assuming you agree with me, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to watch a movie. I don't mind which cinema hall it's running in. I will go and watch it. I don't know what movie I want to watch, but I want to go to one particular cinema hall to watch any movie. Both the requirements are not the same.
Yes.
So the common factor is cinema there, right? So this lookup value is like that, right? Am I searching for the cinema hall or am I searching for the movie? Have you got me till that point, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now people are talking because I spoke about movie and cinema. What is the interesting topic we should talk about? Food, football, cricket, rainy day. Okay. So now if I'm trying to search the name of the person, it's asking me what to search. So I can put ABC, for example. So the moment I click on ABC, it will put the reference of B2. Right? Why B2? Because ABC is on B2. Right?
Yes.
Which means
It's a
Sir.
range.
so I want to search ABC. For example, I want to watch a particular movie. What movie? I don't watch movies, so give me one name of a movie. Which movie someone would want to watch?
Khuda Hafiz.
What? Khuda Hafiz. Okay, it's a new movie that has come.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So assume I'm searching for Khuda Hafiz, which is the name here in the lookup, and I don't know which cinema hall it runs in. So I want to know which cinema hall it runs in. So what I do is I select the name of the movie, then I go to where. So this lookup array is basically where do you want to look. So I want to see Khuda Hafiz in the city of Jaipur, any cinema hall. So where will I find that? For example, I'm going to the second sheet, assuming that here it has a list of all the cinema halls which is running the movie Khuda Hafiz. Right? So if I go back here again to this formula, here you will enter the range. So the range, for example, in the name field, I have Khuda Hafiz mentioned. And for example, in the location field, I have the name of the cinema hall. Can I repeat this once again? Have I gone too fast?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Repeat once again.
Okay. So lookup value is what you are looking at. For example, आप क्या खोज रहे हो? यहाँ पर मैं एग्जाम्पल उदाहरण क्या दिया हूँ? दो चीज हो सकता है. एक है मैं सिनेमा हॉल ढूंढ रहा हूँ, आइनॉक्स, क्योंकि मेरे को उस हॉल का सीट बहुत अच्छा लगता है. कुछ भी मूवी चले उस हॉल के सीट में मेरे को बैठना है. या वहां के पॉपकॉर्न अच्छा लगता है, तो कुछ भी मूवी नहीं देखेंगे, पॉपकॉर्न खरीद के खाएंगे. तो मैं एक पर्टिकुलर हॉल का नाम खोज रहा हूँ, या खुदा हाफिज जैसे कोई सजेस्ट किया, मैं वो मूवी ढूंढ रहा हूँ इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ कौन सा हॉल में चल रहा है. तो यहां पर मैं खुदा हाफिज खुद मूवी ढूंढ रहा हूँ कोई भी हॉल में.
तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये नेम फील्ड में खुदा हाफिज कहीं लिखा हुआ है और लोकेशन फील्ड में पूरा सिनेमा हॉल का नाम लिखा हुआ है। तो फर्स्ट B2 जो है पहले शीट से वो मूवी का नाम है, पहले एक्सेल शीट में या पहले डेटाबेस में। सेकंड में मेरा रेंज है, राइट? तो मैं रेंज सेलेक्ट किया। इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
I will put an example and close this. Now I'm going to
Yes, sir.
now ये शीट में जो सेकंड शीट में था, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहां पे मेरा मूवी का नाम था और यहां पर मेरा हॉल का नाम था। तो इस फील्ड से इस फील्ड, अगर ये फील्ड 1 है तो ये क्या है 2, ये 3 और ये 4 है, राइट?
Yes.
तो मैं क्या करूंगा, यहां पर मेरे को 4 लिखना है। क्यों 4 लिखना है? बिकॉज ये 4 फील्ड में मैं चाहता हूं ये B2 का जो डेटा है शीट 2 में B से E के बीच में ढूंढने के लिए, और ये B के E के बीच में E इज द 4th फील्ड फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट फील्ड, तो इसलिए यहां पर 4 दिया जाता है। ठीक है? और अभी मैं यहाँ के लिए सिंपली 0 लिख रहा हूं, मैं बताऊंगा क्यों बाद में। ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी मैं जा रहा हूं यहां पर, मैं ABC लिखा हूं, दिस इज द नेम ऑफ द मूवी, नाउ आई एम राइटिंग SEYLESDEFKAYMAR. These are all movie names, huh? It's not made till now, it will be made after COVID is over, okay? So these some new movies will come maybe. Okay, that's a joke. Don't start searching for those movies. I'm just when you say I was told in one training session these movies are coming, it's not coming, what's wrong? Okay, now for example ABC मैं ढूंढ रहा हूं इस शीट में, ABC यहां पे लिखा हुआ है और इसके बीच में और कुछ लिखा हुआ है, कुछ और मूवी है, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं पूरा इसको कॉपी करता हूं, और ABC को यहां कर देता हूं और ये पूरा को ऐसा कर देता हूं। ये डेटाबेस है, बना हुआ है, मेरे को ABC ढूंढना है, ठीक है? और ABC is in a cinema hall known as EXL training. Right? Don't search for the cinema hall, you won't find it anywhere. You only have to come back to this training again. Okay? So see, it's found EXL training automatically. The formula has found EXL training. Yes, no? Right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So does the formula work?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a formula, huh? I have not, this is a formula. So what is the formula doing? We look up B2. We look up what? I'm doing F. We look up B2. What is B2? The name of the movie ABC. Right? We look up where? We look up here. Here is where? Between A and E. The movie B2 is here. ABC is here. In some cinema hall here. Right? Now this is a small set of data, so you can even do Control F and find. But if it's a large set of data, you cannot find it. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
And therefore,
Yes, sir.
this formula will bring the word EXL training here.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Now, in case this was not here, सोचो ये नहीं है यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पर क्या आएगा? Not applicable आएगा, right?
Yes.
तो उसको ढूंढ के
Yes,
नहीं,
sir.
Yes, sir.
cannot find it, right?
Yes, sir.
And that is why you have the last field this, right? So if it is not found, you
Yes,
can
sir.
put a special instructions in उसको क्या करना है. But I would suggest leave that part of the formula now, right? Let it show as not applicable and let it be by using it couple of times. It will be easier to use it. Okay? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll quickly summarize this formula. The summary of the formula is, my sincere request to all of you is, if you do not know a formula, use the formula bar. It will, now for example, here if I go to the formula bar for the first time, it will show you the bar like this. type the formula you want to search here. If you type the formula and press enter, it will show you the formula. Select the formula, it will give you this is basically the syntax of the formula. In VLOOKUP, lookup value says what to look up, lookup table says where to look up, lookup index says in which column to look up, and the last one says if you cannot find it, then what to do. This is the basic logic of the formula. What to look up, where to look up, the exact reference where to look up, and then if it doesn't find it, what to do. So what did the formula do here? What to look up for ABC, which is in B2. Where to look up in the other sheet here. What is my range? This is my range. And why 4? Because between this and this, there are 4 cells. So I put 4 there in the formula. That's why this number 4 is there. B1 to F16, why? Because I am saying search from B1 to F16. So I have selected this range, right? Therefore, that is the range, right? Now, if it finds it, it will put it. If it doesn't find it, it will not have it. So if I change this to ABC and it finds it, it will show you the value here. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How clear? So clear that if someone asks you to write the formula again, you can write it or you can't write it.
We can write it, sir.
Okay. So I will say I'm not a very intelligent teacher. I had intelligent students to understand it. Sounds good? Okay, so we don't have time. It's 4 o'clock, but I can spend another 5 or 10 minutes if you want, guys. If you are okay, and if my hosts are okay, can I take another 5 or 10 minutes? Because
Okay, definitely. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sure, Vincent. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for that. Because I created the confusion of not being able to log in. So, see, this is VLOOKUP. There are millions of formulas. You want to know how many formulas? Go here.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Type all and search how many formulas Excel has. That many formulas. Right? What each formula does? If you ask me, I also don't know.
Yes, sir.
Right? But the whole logic is that if you want to do anything in Excel, anything, it is possible. How is it possible? You need to first understand what you want to do. Right? If you want to do something which is logically correct, Excel can do it for you in a mathematical environment. And while you have so many formulas, you can write one formula inside another formula, which is known as nested formulas. Right? So you can write a lot of combination of formulas, and formulas can be combined with each other in some way or the other. So do you have to learn all the formulas to be certified and advanced Excel trained? I don't think so. Now I'm not discouraging you to learn a formula. All I'm saying is you don't have to learn all the, 200, 300, 500 formulas there. That if I learn 500 formulas, I know how to work with Excel. Right? The whole objective of this session is to equip you better to become better professionals. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Explore to learn formulas. Right? If you are working with numbers and data, there is no end to learning formulas. Saying अगर मैं 5 सीख लिया तो मैं expert बन गया, और 4 सीखा तो मैं beginner हूँ, और 7 सीख लिया तो मैं super expert बन गया, और 200 सीख लिया तो उसके बाद कुछ फॉर्मूला है ही नहीं वहां पे. ऐसा नहीं है. तुम 200 भी सीख सकते हो, बट अगर वो कहीं अप्लाई नहीं कर सका तो वो 5 से भी खराब है. और अगर तुम 5 भी सीख के सही से अप्लाई कर दिया तो वो भी सही है. Right. So see, Excel formulas. Yeah, tell me. Tell me. भाई बोलो क्या बोल रहे हो?
Sir, how many formulas are very useful in Excel?
Very good question. And the most simple answer is I don't know. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Why, sir?
Because it depends on what context you asking that question. Because it depends on what you want to do, friend. Right?
Yes.
It's like asking your mother, mom, कौन सा most important मसाला kitchen में है? Your mom will first ask you, बोलो क्या पकाना है, उसके बाद मैं बताता हूँ.
No.
Right? So depending on the dish you are cooking, the most important masala will change.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Right?
Sir, if I'm do some HR kind of activities in Excel, and what kind of formulas I can use?
Okay. I'm trying to find an answer for you, but give me 30 seconds. I'm trying to think. See, the point is, even if you're doing, I'm just trying to type it here. If you're doing HR activities, which my wife keeps on doing day and night now from home, and I become half HR certified also. The question is, it's not whether you're doing HR activities or operation activities or AI activities or big data activities or CR activities or teaching activities, what formula you'll use. The logic is, what are you doing? If you're using even an HR activity, you need to specify, and that's why I wanted you all to talk in the beginning. See, if you put a problem in front of me or a situation in front of me, I can tell you in that situation, these things will help. To be very specific. For example, if you are a HR employee and you have the whole database of your employees in front of you, which can start with serial number, name, date of joining, date of role, and this database will go, I think it will even cross this Excel sheet this way, right? Then the question is, in this database that you have, what are you trying to find? Now, if you're trying to find out the tenure of an employee, right?
Yes.
Then you'll have to use one formula. If you're trying to find out the skill of an employee, then you'll have to use another formula. If you're trying to find out the average age of employees in that organization, you'll have to use another formula. Right? So, it is very difficult to, me tell you that, okay, if you know sum, if you know count, if you know count if you know count if s, count if has multiple combinations. Count if by itself has about 7 or 8 combinations. If you want to know today, if you want to know date, if you want to know time, right? There can be a lot of formulas that is required. But what is the key to understand is, for example, I want to know what is the tenure of an employee from the date he is joined. So if his date of joining is 1st January 2020, right? The first thing you have to do, and I'm going fast because, in the interest of time, you go here format and you'll have to put this in a date format. So until you have the format correct here, it will not pick up correctly. So you'll have to change it to date format. If you didn't understand, don't get worried, because I'm not trying to explain this in detail now. So there is something known as date and something known as format, right? I'm using a shortcut. What is the shortcut? I'm right clicking here, going to format and using date format. I'm not teaching you the shortcuts here. I'm trying to teach you the logic of what formula is important here. I'm trying to answer that question now.
Yes.
And you want to know today, if the employee joined on that day, what is his tenure today? So your mind logically should work like this. First, I need to know when the employee joined. Is that available? Yes, it's available. What is today's date? Or till what date I want to know the person's tenure? So today's date we know is 24th of August. So one is I can type 24th of August. One is I just put here 24th August. Or I just put the formula today. And it will tell me it's 24th of August. And then I do this minus this. It will tell me the employee is 236 days old. But if your boss has said, I don't want it in days, I want it in months, then what do? Then you will divide this by 12.
90.
Right? If your boss says, I want to do it in years, then you'll have to divide it by something else. You get what I'm saying? So the point is that before you know how many formulas are important, each one of us needs to take a step back and understand what is the data I have and what is it I'm trying to do with that data. Until that clarity exists, it is very difficult to tell you what formula can be used. But if you want to know what are the most common formulas you use, I think some of the most common formulas you use is this. You'll use sum, you'll use standard deviation, min, max is what you would maximum use. Right? In what context is this used? See, sum also has multiple combinations. Sum can be sum if. Sum if and sum are two separate formulas. When is sum and when is sum if used? Different contexts. Now, and that way all of the formulas. And then again, you can combine these two formulas, you can combine these two formulas, you can combine these two formulas. There are a lot of permutation and combination of formulas that you can do. For example, there's another formula which is used, which is if. Right? Are people aware of the formula if? Yes, no?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Right. See, so the point is, if you have to learn all these formulas, I am happy. If, we can arrange more sessions. I'm happy to do each formula. You might be able to, but before you do this, one of the things, because you're all adults, you're all professionals, you're all working or wanting to work in different situations, different roles, it is always good for you. And that's what I was asking you. See, when you do this session like this, you should come with your problem statement to me or whoever is the facilitator, hopefully. And if you say that, okay, this is my scenario and I want to come out of this situation, how do I come out of this situation in this scenario? If you can tell me that, then I can possibly tell you that, okay, this is the way to come out of that scenario. Does it make sense? Yes, no?
Yes, sir. That makes sense.
Okay. So I will not harp on any more formulas because I don't think we have the time to do it. Otherwise, if I pick up any one more formula, it'll at least take half an hour. See, to explain a formula properly with the context in which it is used, it will take half an hour. If I only have to show you to write the formula, I can show you 10 formulas in 10 minutes. Right? I can just do sum. I can do range. ऐसे फॉर्मूला लिख दिया और मैं सब फॉर्मूला कैसे लिख सकता हूं, बट इसको व्यवहार कब करोगे, कहां करोगे, कैसे करोगे, उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट को समझाने के लिए इट टेक्स हाफ एन आवर. Right? If you don't know the formula at all. So writing the formula, all of you can write. How will you write? Go to a blank cell, go to FX, type the formula you want. You'll get the formula here. You will get all the formulas here. Right? Whichever formula you want, I'm choosing here, pressing enter. Right? It'll ask me the date. You have to refer this to a particular cell. Press enter, press enter. Right? Put the date here. So this date has the year 2020. It is showing you 2020. That's how you write the formula. But the question is, where do you use the formula? How do you use the formula? That is very simple. It's all written here. But I think as we are all adults, and I think that's the prime difference between basic Excel and advanced Excel. And that's why I asked you the question, or whoever asked me that question, कितने फॉर्मूलर सीखोगे जब अब एडवांस सीख लोगे और बेसिक सीखोगे? फॉर्मूलर सबको इस रूम में लिख सकता है विदाउट इवन गोइंग टू एनी क्लास. फॉर्मूलर बाय यूज कर लो. बट एडवांस एक्सेल का कॉन्सेप्ट मेरे हिसाब से ये है that you need to understand the complexity of the formula of where it can be applied. If you can know where it can be applied, then is when the use of the formula comes into picture. And that is more of an advanced Excel concept than just a course of saying, okay, this first 20 formulas are basic Excel and that is advanced Excel, right? That will depend on the knowledge you have. हो सके a person who doesn't know Excel, even sum लिखने में उसको difficult लगे, तो वही advanced Excel हो जाएगा उसके लिए. ठीक है? Any questions on Excel first, or any thoughts you want to share before I wrap up in about 3 to 4 minutes?
Do you all have any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can put in the chat box.
Okay. So Tessie and so do you think you want me to quickly cover something which you think I've been able to miss? How many lessons will it take to learn Excel? I'm still learning after 20 years. Well, that's a joke. But see, for you to learn Excel, the best way to do it is, if you are so passionate about learning it, keep an Excel sheet with data available. Go to the taskbar there, open every formula that you find is very interesting and apply it to that Excel sheet and see what the output is. Right? If you don't understand, if Tessie and my CR partner is willing to share my number, you can call me. If they don't share my number, please call whoever knows that. But the whole point is, you can learn it on your own. If you say I want to learn it in 1 week, you can try all the formulas in 1 week.
A shortcut keys for formulas, sir.
Good question. Should have just asked me that 5 minutes before I close my Excel sheet. I'll reopen it. 1 minute. I'll just try to share a blank Excel sheet to tell you how to find it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you see my Excel screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, all the shortcut keys in Excel One minute, I'm just trying to tell you one thing. Wait, I'll just show you. See now, I've selected insert, right?
Yes,
I've selected insert. I'm pressing the Alt key. Can you see all this here? F, H, N,
Yes.
P, M.
Yes, sir.
Whatever screen you go to, it is not important you remember the shortcuts of your head.
Oh.
Everywhere you go to Excel, it will show you the shortcut. So, for example, if it's home, it's telling me to press Alt and H to go to that screen. Right? Now, again, I'm going back here. See, hold on here. It's showing me these letters here. Can you see it? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So if you press the
Yes,
Alt key, it will show you the shortcuts.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now-
sir.
If you press Alt H, which is the Alt Home key, for everything there, it's showing you now
Yes,
shortcut.
sir.
Right? So do you require a teacher like me to teach you the shortcuts?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You don't. Right? I'm only making myself unemployable by giving you the secret. But the whole point is you don't require a teacher to teach you Excel shortcuts. Every shortcut is available in Excel itself. So once you use it a couple of times, so wherever there is 2 letters, it means you have to use the Alt key and both the letters one after the other.
Okay, sir.
Where there is a single letter, you only use that. So Excel by itself has that built in, and therefore I don't find it necessary that you have to really do a session for teaching anyone Alt shortcut keys. All you have to do is open Excel, spend some time, and that will be a self-tutorial for you.
Yes.
Does it sound good? Shortcuts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will take one more question and then I'll wrap up the session if there is any more question.
So there is one question in the chat box that has been put up by Ravi. So the problem is that I do not have a laptop. So can we learn it from YouTube too?
Yes, you can. You do not have a laptop, use your phone and Google. And every solution will be available on Google on your phone also. Good question. In fact, a very intelligent question that you asked. You can. So I won't take any more questions now because in the interest of time, right? I want to wrap this up for all of you guys. And this was Excel and maybe career counseling to some extent. I will just spend about 3-4 minutes and talk to you about it. And then we'll wrap up this call. And before I share that, I would want to say thank you before that. Because once I share that, I will possibly drop off the call. Because I have another call at 4:30. But guys, remember one thing. In today's world, information is available. Like I showed you, shortcuts need not be taught by a teacher, it's there.
Yes.
Every formula can be self-learned there. Yes, its application may require guidance and mentorship. But learning a formula and its syntax, believe me, in today's world, does not require a teacher, trainer to teach you. Right? Yes, some people may prefer to go the teacher route. But remember, if you go the teacher route, all I can do in 1 hour is teach you 2 formulas. Right? So always remember, in today's world, your aspiration to grow should be defined by 2 things or learn. Point number 1 is, be very clear of what you want to achieve in life. If you're not sure of what you want to achieve, then I think you need to have a conversation with someone who can guide you to know what you need to achieve or what you want to achieve. Because everyone cannot achieve everything. You have to achieve one thing at a time, a few things at a time. And once you're clear with that one thing or few things, then in today's world, whether you are having the resources, the opportunities, the money, the privileges, it will not stop you from learning it, because today everything is available at the click of a button. Right? So from a career perspective, or from a job perspective, or from a perspective of becoming employed, please be very clear what you want first. Talk with people who can guide you with that aspiration. Right? And while you talk with people who can guide you with that aspiration, make efforts on your own with the resources most of us have, which is at least an internet on your phone, to use it to the best of ability and not only scroll over Facebook pages, watching people's posts. I'm not saying that is bad, but I'm saying if he's going to spend 8 hours doing that and 8 minutes looking up an Excel formula, then there is something to worry about. Right? The other thing is that I'll just share one example and we'll wrap up the call and we can disconnect. How many of you have at times fallen sick? All of us, right? So I'm hypothetically saying, does anyone want to give me an example of what kind of illness you suffered from? Fever, cough, upset stomach, upset mood.
Cold and cough.
Cold and cough. Good. Tessie, that's nice. I hope that's not pointing symptoms of COVID positive, but okay. But if you had cold and cough, what would be your most logical doctor would you visit?
I would first check on YouTube if I can do it something on my own.
Okay.
Then go back to the physician.
Smart answer.
I'll go to the general physician.
Yeah, you'll go to a general physician. Right, you're right. Why don't you try to go to an orthopedic doctor and ask him for a cold and cough medicine?
Because orthopedic would be specialized in a different subject.
Absolutely. Right. So if you have cold and cough, you will go to a general physician and say, doctor, I have cold and cough. Right?
Yes.
Similarly, if you want to be successful in your careers in the BPO world, don't go and ask a carpenter, sir, BPO में मेरे को नौकरी मिली है, मैं वहां पर successful कैसे होऊंगा? Right? Ask someone who's successful in the BPO world to get the right advice as to how and what can you do. I'm giving you a BPO world example because that's what we are at this point. Business process outsourcing, business process management, digital operations, whatever you want to call us. But the question is, you have to ask someone who's successful in that field to get the right advice. Right? If you ask an orthopedic doctor how you have fever, he might just give you a Buffen tablet to reduce the pain and not cure the fever. So if you ask a tea shop guy, I'm going for a BPO job, the first question is, night shift or day shift? Oh, night shift, mat karo, bimar padoge. Day shift, kitne salary de rahi hai? Sir, chai dukaan join kar lo, usse zyada kamaoge. Right? You might get weird answers to the situation. Don't ask people who are not successful. Don't ask people who are not the right people for the right advice. We are all adults. We are all educated. We have our own mind. We have our own intelligence. Right? If you don't ask the right people for the right advice, you won't be very happy at the end. Thank you guys. It was nice interacting with you. I hope you have learned something from this session and hope to connect with you sometime soon at some point.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Thank you so much for taking out time and explaining the basic concepts of Excel to the students. Thank you, Tessie, for organizing this. And I hope students you have enjoyed.
Thank you, sir.
Can you please thank Vincent, sir, for his time today?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Vincent, for taking out your time.
Thank
and
you,
Muskan
sir.
for
Thank you, sir.
arranging
Thank you,
this
sir.
session.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we are done with the session, so we can end the meeting here. Thank you, students, for taking out your time. Thank you so much. If you have any question,
ma'am.
you can get back to your trainer. आप अपनी trainer को questions दे सकते हैं, and then we will get it answered.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Stay
you, ma'am.
safe.
Thank
Take
you so
care
much,
of
ma'am.
yourself and keep learning.
Thank
You
you.
also take care, ma'am.
Ah, ini madian.
ಇದುವರೆ